What's up, guys? Thanks for checking out episode 4 of my 2022 hunting season. I'm gonna be honest with you, for some reason I'm just not really in the mood to make this video. I've tried 4 times now and I just get frustrated and turn the camera off. So I'm just gonna go for it. It is what it is. Sometimes you're just not in the mood to do that kind of thing, and I have an obligation that I promised that I was gonna put a video out every Tuesday, so here I am. Anyways, got out a couple of times. The weather was great. We had a really awesome cold front come through. We actually did have some snow. Today's October the 24th. It's Monday, October 24th. We had snow last Wednesday. So that was kind of cool. Where I was hunting at, there was definitely snow on the ground. So I went for just went for a bear hunt. I mean, obviously, if I see a big buck, I'm going to kill it. But I was in a spot that I was hoping to maybe catch a bear on a ridge that I had found on Onyx, their new feature where they show you like tree cover as far as acorn producing trees, and there's red oaks and separated from white oaks is a pretty cool feature. So I looked at that and picked a ridge that I thought might be a good spot for a bear with the wind in the right direction, and went in on a whim and set up. Wasn't real happy with where I was at, but yeah, I'm just gonna be honest. This is the dumbest fucking thing I've ever done. I found a spot on the map. I spent 2-3 hours yesterday studying maps. Found a spot where I wanted to be. When I got here, I realized that what looks like a road on the map is not a road, it's a trail. So my original plan was I was going to walk about a mile to get to where I wanted to sit. When I got here, I realized it was going to be about 2.5 miles. Backtrack, and I get here a half hour before light, and I have now 2.5 miles to walk to get to where I wanted to be. So instead of that, I just decided to walk for 20 minutes and put my tree stand in the tree. This is a really stupid spot. Like, I haven't scouted here. I didn't find any trails. I didn't find any sign. I just walked in the woods in basically the dark and put my tree stand up. And now I'm looking around. I got fucking cliff here. I got, like, it doesn't make any sense. There is no reason to sit here. This is totally, totally stupid. But here I am, dumped it all up a tree, all my shit put out. Like, I got my camera up, I got my bow hook in, I got shit, I might as well burn a microwave with me. This is totally stupid. Well, it's now like 11 o'clock, and my suspicions have been confirmed. This spot sucks ass. So I left that spot. I decided I was going to hunt. The wind was going to be right to hunt what is my favorite hang-on stand. I don't hunt it a whole lot, but it's typically kind of my go-to when I get a good wind and the weather's right on a day that I can hunt. I'll get in there and hunt that stand. This was probably the first time that I didn't see a deer out of that stand. I sat there from probably 3:30 until dark, never saw a deer. So that was a little bit frustrating, but starting to get some movement now on the trail cameras. I'm getting a couple of daylight pics. That was when the weather was cold. So, but I am getting some action on those, whether it be daytime, real early morning or late evening. I'm getting some bucks coming through just after dark, and I do have some action during the day. I've been doing some spotting. I did see a buck tonight that intrigued me. I'm going to post a video. It's probably going to be pretty hard to see because it was dark. I was on manual focus mode, so I was waiting for my camera to focus, and it would never focus because it was waiting for me to do it. But I tried to lighten the video up. This buck looks to be not a huge buck, but he looks to be maybe 14, 15 inches inside. Nice rack, but he's got like a kicker. He's got like what looks to be almost a drop time, but it kind of sticks out and goes down a little bit. He was running with another decent 8-point, but he was limping. So I don't know whether he got hit by a car. I was looking at him with the binoculars, and it didn't look like I could see like a wound from an arrow or something, but it could have been a couple days old, and that might have healed up. And he was also 100 yards away. So that's an interesting buck. I may have to go see if I can get eyes on him again. First door I knocked on, no answer. So I came up to another house up above. That guy's super duper nice, man. He said, park in the yard, park here, park wherever you want. You can hunt this, hunt that side over there. I lease this. And
Super awesome. Sometimes it just takes getting out there and asking and being nice to people. Just stopping, very polite, just like I'd address a police officer if I got pulled over. Guy was super duper nice, gave me permission to park, said go, good luck. Here we go.
I'm in here and set up. It's 5:53. I'm just off the edge of this field, so it's pretty easy, quiet walking to get into here. And there are buck rubs. I bet you I can count 15 of them within a 30-yard circle of me. And I got good trails coming this way and good trails going that way. Yesterday, at about 6:30, quarter to 6, I forget, I had a pretty good looking 9-point on camera heading this way. Looked like he was running. Whether somebody jumped him or he was chasing a doe or just looked that way in the picture, I don't know. And then about 20 minutes after that, I had him on camera here checking a scrape. I believe it's the same deer. Looks like a 9-point. So these scrapes are getting action. I'm getting daytime action on these couple scrapes, and there's always, every year, there's a few scrapes right on this corner. So I know those deer use it. There's been tree stands in here in the past, but I don't. Yeah, there's a tree stand over there still. I don't know how often it gets hunted, but there ain't nobody in it now. But I'm gonna sit here for an hour, just hunt from the ground, and hopefully maybe some of those bucks will come back through. Blow it out your ass. People honking fucking horns. These people honk horns all the time. They love the car horn. No, for real though, I've been hunting here for years. And every time I'm hunting, those people are blowing a horn. I don't think I've ever blown a horn in my driveway. They blow the horn 8 times a day. I don't know what they do it for. So the weather last week was great. The weather this week, not so much. We're looking at tomorrow is supposed to be almost 70 degrees, and then it's going to drop down, I think, mid 50s, and then with lows in the mid 40s, I believe is what I looked at. So that's what I'm kind of facing for next week. It's going to be pretty warm. Hopefully the week after that cools back down a little bit, but this 50 degrees isn't great this time of the year. I haven't been seeing a whole lot. So when the weather gets warm like this, deer tend to not move quite as much. It'd be like putting all your winter clothes on, walking out your door and realizing it's 50. You're probably not going to be running around your yard. So I think that's what the deer kind of start to do when it warms up like this, and the deer already have their winter coats. They're just not moving like you would expect them to be. So I have seen a few bucks that I wouldn't mind killing. A couple of decent 8-points I got on camera. One that looks to be a 9-point to me, looks pretty nice from the pictures that I've gotten of him. The buck that I saw tonight was interesting, that I saw a spot and I would shoot that deer. I don't want to be overly particular because I want to hunt other stuff this year. And this happens to me every year. I just get wrapped up in archery and all I want to do is bow hunt. And I can't stand the idea of going turkey hunting, walking around with a shotgun. And next thing you know, here comes something up over the hill and it's this big giant buck. My dumb ass standing there with a shotgun. So I hate to run the risk of running into a nice buck when I'm trying to hunt a turkey or I'm out with a 22 shooting squirrels or something like that. So that gets frustrating to me, and I feel like I just want to kill a PA buck so that I can hunt other stuff and kind of have a little bit more of an all-around season of squirrel hunting, rabbit hunting, turkey hunting, bear hunting, maybe filming a couple other guys' hunts, stuff like that. So I'm not going to be overly particular this year. Of course, I want to kill a big buck, but if I kill an average buck, I'm not going to be mad at myself for it because I do have Ohio coming up, and I do have a bunch of other stuff to shoot this year. So the Pennsylvania regular elk season starts next week. So that'll be kind of cool. Seeing all the pictures from Trophy Rack Lodge that they're going to post to the clients that they take out and kill some big bulls. Just watching the Facebook groups that I'm in and seeing what people kill. So I'm really excited for everybody that's going on an elk hunt this week. I'm a little jealous, but I'm excited for y'all. So I hope to see some of those pictures. If you drop them on the Storm the Outdoors Instagram page or Facebook page, I'll save them. I'll throw them in the next video. Not that many people watch the videos, but somebody's going to someday. And if you just drop them on that page, I'll be more than happy to throw that up on the next video and show people. Speaking of that, some early season success. Number 1, Jonathan Boone with a giant buck that he killed down in 2C. The same wildlife management unit that I hunt, but gosh, that's a hammer of a buck. Looks to me like a 12 point, though I may be missing something, but for a young man, that's a hell of a stud buck, and that's a trophy for anybody. Also, my buddy Shane killed a beautiful 8 point. Killed that one in 2D over near Indiana, and another dandy of a buck that I'd be happy with coming through the woods. Probably definitely get my blood going. And last but certainly not least is Jason Ober, who killed an absolute hammer of a buck on public land in 2C. I believe he killed that on Friday or Saturday. I think it was Saturday. Just a hell of a buck that he killed out of his saddle, and it's just an absolute stud with little knobs and nubbies sticking off of it everywhere, and probably goes about 155. But I was fortunate enough to hang out with him and get him to tell me that whole story. And, you know, it's getting that time of the year, bucks are dropping. I'm getting excited, and we're just out there in amongst the deer, just trying to pin down a big one. So thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time.